Hi, everybody. Welcome to Dan on Sports. Well, we are putting this together on February the 24th, and there's a story making the rounds on the net that the Tampa Bay Rays are in negotiations with groups to sell the team, specifically the owner of the team, Stu Sternberg. Is this clickbait? I mean, as recently, and I'll link to the story in just a moment, as recently as earlier in the month, Sternberg said the team is not for sale and that he hoped to keep the team in the Tampa-St. Pete area. But there is a talk show host out there, and he also has a channel on YouTube, J.P. Peterson, who's entrenched in the Tampa-St. Pete area, who announced on his Monday show that the Rays are in serious negotiations to sell the team. Give a listen.
Everybody wants to wait for the March 31st deadline. If the Rays were going to do the deal and time was of the essence, like we've been told, why wouldn't they have pulled the trigger already? You could say they're trying to, get to the funding gap. I don't believe that either. Nobody wants to do business with the Rays. And this is where a lot of this information comes in. I've talked to people that are very much involved in the negotiations of what's going on here and the possible sale of the club. These I trust these contacts. I trust these sources. They are well informed. And what I was told on Friday, actually, I was told this a couple weeks ago. I was given a name, and I started to check in on it and started putting things together. And finally, and I told you guys this. And we told you this 3 months ago, that there was at least one group, probably two, that were trying to buy the Rays that were Tampa based, and they had the blessings of Major League Baseball. When this whole
That's what Peterson is saying. Now, here was a story in the Sports Business Journal on February the 6th regarding the owner of the Rays, Stu Sternberg. Rays owner Stuart Sternberg said that he is not looking to sell or actively engage in any talks regarding the team, according to Mark Tompkin of the Tampa Bay Times. He added, if it was for sale, people would know it. Speculation Sternberg might consider selling has grown as the stadium issue lingers, with rumors swirling about a potential local-based ownership group or two. So, a couple of points here. This is not some big story that Peterson is breaking. This is not some big story that other bloggers are picking up and running on their YouTube channels as if this is something new. That story's been out there for a while. And Sternberg denies those stories. Now, I'm reading and listening to some of these people saying, well, it could be, it might happen, could be an 11th hour attempt to save the Rays from being sold. When you hear a lot of could be, might, if, perhaps, there is no definitive story out there that the Tampa Bay Rays are for sale. All we know is what Sternberg has said on the record, and I repeat, quote, the Rays are not looking to sell or actively engaged in any talks. Now, that's what Sternberg said on February the 6th. Now, there's a big date coming up, March 31st, and that is where the Rays supposedly have to pony up $150 million. I'm talking about Rays ownership here, has to pony up $150 million to keep its end of the stadium deal going for a new Tampa Bay stadium, and the thing is a mess right now. Because, first of all, the roof was ripped off the dome because of the hurricane. The Rays are playing their home games this year in George M. Steinbrenner Field, and there's been a dispute as to whether they should repair the dome on the current Rays ballpark so that they can play there for another 2 or 3 years while the new stadium is being built. You've got members of the county going at it with Sternberg. It's been a war of words for whatever. All I'm saying is, on the record, the owner of the Tampa Bay Rays says the team is not for sale, nor is he engaged in any talks to sell the team. That's contrary to some of the reports out there on YouTube and on the net. You be the judge. That's going to do it for Dan on Sports. As always, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. And, hey, be sure to subscribe to the channel. It really helps, as my goal is to build up the channel and try to tell it like it is. Be well.